everybody. My name is Elder Joseph T. Pusley. My name is spelled JOSEPHUGHSLEY. Today we are standing in solidarity for justice for Mr. Sean Brighter. A few nights ago, Sean Brighter died in police custody. And so far, there's been no accountability for the police. It must stop now. This is unacceptable for the city of Chicago for this young man to be pulled over for no apparent reason, and he just died in police custody. So with that being said, all the speakers that will be speaking, please make it 3 minutes, no more and no less. Our first speaker for this evening is Mr. Mark Clemens.
When I say no justice, no peace, and no more racist police, once again, we are finding ourselves asking for an inquiry to the Chicago Police Department upon a very suspicious death. Here it is, a young man that is pulled over by the Chicago Police Department on 71st and Cottage Grove, brought to the police station. He's not even from Chicago. He's in a car. He's waiting on his fiance to come out of a residency in which she had went to, but unfortunately to a police officer, it was worth charging a African American, taking this man in and placing him under arrest for what? What did he do? The charges have not even been spelled out as to what did he do. In closing, I call for the Cook County State's Attorney, Kim Fox, to investigate the circumstances into the death of this brother. Thank you.
Can you spell your name too?
My name is Mark Clemens, M-A-R-K, Clemens, C-L-E-M-E-N-T-S. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Clemens. Our next speaker is going to be President of Violence Interrupters, Mr. T.O. Hardiman.
Hello, we stand here unified once again today because we're hoping that the death of Sean Brighter is not the same thing that happened to Sandra Bland. We must unify and stand up to this unjust system on a regular basis because we've had too many incidents of police brutality and excessive force. That's why we stand out here, because we're concerned and we want to make sure that they don't just sweep this situation under the rug. So we're looking for accountability from Kim Fox, the Chicago Police Department, and once again, just for the record, we know what happened to Sandra Bland. We want to make sure that this is not the same type of incident, and at the same time, there's a preponderance of evidence which was cited in the Department of Justice investigation of the Chicago Police Department, showing that Chicago Police Department is one of the most corrupt police departments in the United States of America, because we have reason to be here questioning this situation with this young man who was sitting in his car waiting on his fiance to come out, get off work. He did nothing wrong to break the law, and now he's dead. Mysteriously dead in police custody. So that's why we're out here. We represent the masses of the people throughout Chicago. And that's my input for today.
Thank you, Mr. Hardiman. Our next speaker is for Refuse Fascism, Mr. Carl Dix.
Okay, my name is Carl Dix, and in addition to being an initiator of Refuse Fascism, I'm a representative of the Revolutionary Communist Party. And look, let's just get right down to it. Sean Brighter should be alive. There is no reason for him to have even been in police custody. Sleeping in your car and you get arrested? See, there is something wrong with this approach to black people by the Chicago Police Department. We have to look at the fact that just a little bit ago, the Chicago FOP met with Attorney General Jeff Sessions, and Jeff Sessions said, I'm going to get the Department of Justice out of your way so that you can do your job. This is what the job of the Chicago Police Department comes down to all too often. Sean Grider this time, Laquan McDonald, Ronnie Man Johnson, Quintonio LeGrier, Betty Johnson, and I could go on with the names. And the Chicago Police Department ain't unique. This is what police departments do all across the country. Now you got Donald Trump saying, I'm gonna take the gloves off. Cops that we've already seen brutalizing and murdering black people, and he wants to take the gloves off of them. In other words, open season, hunting time. See, and we have to say no to that. We have to mobilize and say we will not accept this injustice. And this is why I say, and I always say, and I'll say again, we need a revolution to get rid of this damn system, to end the slow genocide of police terror, mass incarceration, and everything else that comes down on black people and all the other horrors that this system brings down. I'm going to end with justice for Sean Grider.
Justice for Sean Grider!
Thank you, Mr. Diggs. And our next speaker will be the president of Freedom First International SCLC, Pastor Gregg.
Good afternoon. It's Pastor Gregg, G-R-E-G-G, middle initial L, last name G-R-E-E-R, Greer, president of Freedom First International, Chicago, SCLC, Southern Christian Leadership Conference. We want to make it totally clear that we're here because injustice is here. We're here because the Chicago police still, when I say still is not accountable, still means that after Laquan McDonald, no accountability. After millions of dollars paid out in misjustice, police brutality, and police deaths to citizens, Chicago still hasn't learned its lesson. Injustice is here. I'm saying very clearly that Sean Grider should not be dead. Several folks who have come before me have said the same thing. Sean Grider should not be dead. What we are seeing is an ongoing amount of microaggression to the black community, to the people of color, to the poor folks who have to live in these communities and work in these communities. They pay tax dollars. Shouldn't be pulled over when you're simply sleeping in the car and arrested. What about a well-being check that should have happened before a life was lost? What about a, hey, I'm checking on you to see how you're doing, sir? You know, can we help you get home before this life was lost? What about Sean Grider? Can we call somebody because you're sleeping in your car with your child before we arrest you and take you down and lock you up and a life is lost? We are simply saying, in short, in the end of it, that after a DOJ report that says that there's a pattern of brutality and racism from Chicago PD, we're still seeing the same thing. My grandmother said one thing, a hard head makes a soft behind every day, and I'll tell you what, Chicago PD, Mayor of Chicago, city officials, you guys got a hard head and you ain't listening, so guess what? We're going to continue standing. We're going to continue asking for the resignation of Mayor Rahm Emanuel. We're going to ask for Eddie Johnson to step down because the public needs better. We need more. Anytime you see one life lost, it's a tragedy, but we're seeing several ongoing. 2017 is just beginning. We're not going to wait till the summer. We'll be here. We're going to slap you on the hand. And that hard head has got to go away. We're hoping that it will, but if not, we'll be here to do it. We'll be here to say that it's got to go. We want justice for Sean Grider.
Justice for Sean Grider.
Justice for Sean Grider. Before we close, is there any questions that wants to be asked? Any questions? Anybody? You got one?
I do. Hi, I'm Lee Edwards, a reporter with the Chicago newspaper. My question is, when it comes to the decision or the actions of the Chicago Police Department, have you seen any improvement over the last 3 to 6 months?
No, there has not been any improvement. There has never been no improvement because the same stuff has been happening. Police are still harassing people in the Afro-American communities and the Hispanic community. They're continuing to pull people over for no apparent reason without reading the rights. So there has not been an improvement. Ever since Eddie Johnson got in, Eddie Johnson has not done his job. Eddie Johnson is being the mayor's puppet. Okay, let's say it like it is. And they're getting dollars and dollars for the job that they're supposed to be doing, and the job has not been completed. So there has not been approved. There's nothing been approved. Only they're trying to do is trying to shut us up by paying money to the families, and that's not going to happen. Next question. Anybody else?
So I want to ask a question. So no one has heard anything, no explanation or anything about this young man's death? Go ahead, Greg.
Well, again, to right now, to this point, to where we're at right now here today, the city has been quiet. City officials, Chicago police officials have been quiet. Look, we understand that there's a current investigation going on, but what we need is accountability. We want you to say more than what you said. There's a death that's happened as a result of your actions. So let us know, because here's the thing that they got to understand. When I say they, I mean Chicago police, that public distrust of the police is so high that you would think that they would want to come and justify all of their actions in a better way than what they're doing now. So that's that accountability that we're talking about. We haven't seen it. We need to see it.
Yeah, just to add, you know and I know and everybody knows that with all this going on with Chicago Police Department, there should have been some information released by now. Sincerely, bottom line, because this man mysteriously died during his lockup here. There's no excuse for them not to have a press conference letting the public know what's going on. That's all we're asking for right now. We're not here to pass judgment so soon, but we have a reason to as well, because once again, there's a preponderance of evidence that dictates that Chicago Police Department, they've been too corrupt for too many years. We're talking about 100 years of police corruption in Chicago. We're not talking about 1 or 2 years. We're talking about 100 years of police misconduct and corruption. Okay? Rahm Emanuel definitely needs to resign. That's not going away. Rahm Emanuel was forced to make all the changes he made. If that Laquan McDonald tape had not been exposed, Rahm Emanuel would not have made no changes. And he thinks because he has an African-American superintendent, African-American deputy mayor, that he's made some changes. Understand this. If that tape was not released, Rahm would have took that to the grave with him. He produced commercials when he was running for re-election saying he sometimes gets it wrong, he sometimes gets it right, but he really cares about the community. But he knew Laquan McDonald had been executed then. So it's hypocritical. When he was exposed on it, he went out and started taking random pictures with African-American people in senior citizen homes, holding up little kids and all that kind of stuff. He didn't even know the people he was taking pictures with, but he was taking random pictures. That's the signs of a hypocrite, a sign of a guy that's trying to hide something. So we're not standing out here, this is not emotional, we're dealing with facts. We are dealing with straight up facts. We some stand-up leaders in the community. We're not on nobody's payroll. We're just concerned about our people. And this young man, Sean Ryder, we would like to get some information. That's all his family needs closure, information. How do you go from sitting in your car, maybe sleep, we don't know, to being dead mysteriously here in lockup? How do you go from that? So that's the question out here, okay?
So before we officially close, I do have one announcement. I want everybody to keep this in mind. On Thursday, April 20th, is that 7 p.m., correct? At 7 p.m., Thursday, April 20th, at 7 p.m., there will be a police board meeting on 35th and Michigan, the police headquarters, at 7 p.m. If you're recording, I'm asking all community leaders, I'm asking all you pastors, every single last one of you, I'm asking all leaders to come to this meeting and address these issues that's going on, because it's happening in Inglewood, it's happening in Garfield Park, it's happening everywhere in Chicago. These issues need to be brought up, and we need to let Superintendent Johnson know that enough is enough.
Enough is enough.
Enough is enough with this lack of accountability. Enough is enough with paying people off. Enough is enough. So we need everybody to be there. Thank you. Thank you.
No justice.
No peace.
No more racist
Police.
No justice,
No peace.
No more racist
Police.
No justice,
No peace.
No more racist
Police.